A very good evening to all the participants. Welcome to this session. Welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Just confirm if my voice is clearly audible, guys. Hello, Trisha. Hi. So, guys, just give me a confirmation. Okay. So I can see that my voice is clearly audible to everyone. Okay. So, hello, real life. Hello. Thank you, Kushbu, for confirming. Okay. So, guys, are you excited for today's session? Can I get a yes or no in the chat box, guys? So this session is going to give you an insight of so many things. I'll be just sharing the agenda of today's class just in few minutes. So let's keep the energy throughout the class, throughout the session, and we'll be starting the session soon enough. Let's wait 1 to 2 minutes so that everyone can join, right? Okay, so before starting the session, I would like to give you an idea about the Woman Code to Win 2025 Hackathon powered by ServiceNow. And I guess everyone is excited for the first assessment of this hackathon, which will be conducted in the upcoming days. So I'm going to give you all the data, all the details about the strategies that you are supposed to follow in the assessment test, the type of topics that needs to be covered, the time duration, and how you can give the assessment examination of this hackathon Women Code to Win 2025, which is given by ServiceNow. Sir, what? Okay. Okay, guys. So my name is Jadal Sanya, and I'm going to host this entire session. And I'll be giving you an idea about all the insights of the coding contest. I'll be giving you the general strategies to practice the contest of competitive programming, and I'll give you how you can practice for this kind of assessments and what are the important topics that you can consider while giving or preparing for placements and while preparing for the upcoming competitive programming contest. Okay, so my name is Jadal Sanya, and those of you who have visited my previous session, you guys are already aware about what we had discussed in the previous class. So, can I know about the audience? How many of you were already in the previous session? How many of you have visited were, or let's say you have gone through the previous session of DSA, which was conducted by me? Can I know how many of the previous students do we have in this current live session? Write down me in the chat box, guys. I want to see. I want to see how interested you are in learning and upskilling yourself. Okay, so I can see only three responses in the chat box. Okay, so RA1 Gaming is saying that today only I'm joining. Okay, so he's joining this session for the first time. No worries, guys. So let's give the idea about the assessment test that will be conducted in the upcoming days. So this is the page, the landing page of this hackathon, and the registrations have ended now. So now you cannot register over this hackathon. Okay, so now when will you get the assessment idea and when you will be able to apply for the assessment test? So first of all, pay proper attention to all the strategies that I'll be sharing and all the processes that I'll be sharing in this session. Okay, so I will teach you how to join the contest and where can you get the link of the contest as well. If- Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so I will give you an idea about how we can join and how you will be able to participate in the first assessment test. So mark down all these points, and also you will be receiving a mail about the assessment test. Those of the teams which have qualified for this hackathon, you will get a mail addressing how you can join the first assessment test and at what timing you can join the first assessment test. But apart from mail, let me give you an idea when you will be having the assessment examination. So the time of the contest will be open from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 25th of January. I repeat again, the contest window will be open on 11 a.m. in the morning to 11:59 p.m. in the night on 25th of January. So this will be the window for you to give the assessment examination. Those of you have qualified or those of you were accepted for this hackathon. Okay, so you will receive a mail giving you an idea about how you can join and what will be the content. So let's put some highlight on what content will be delivered and what kind of questions can you expect in the assessment examination. So the assessment examination is going to be of 80 marks, and in this 80 marks there will be distribution over multiple MCQs, and there will be distribution over two coding problems. So in this assessment examination, you will be having two coding problems, medium to hard difficulty level, one medium and one hard, and there will be some MCQs. In total, there are going to be 10 MCQs in this assessment examination. Okay, so am I clear to everyone what you will be expected in the assessment examination? Can I get a yes or no, guys? Can I get a yes or no in the chat box, guys? I want to see engagement. I want to see your responses in the chat box, guys. Okay, so the entire test is going to be of 80 marks, in which you will be having two coding problems and 10 MCQs. Okay, so now one coding problem is going to be of medium difficulty level and the second one is going to be of hard difficulty level. So the medium will be of 20 marks and the hard is going to be of 30 marks. Okay, so your coding section constitutes of 50 marks from 80, and the remaining 30 marks will be for the MCQs. Now how many MCQs are you going to get? You are going to get 10 MCQs, and each and every MCQ consists of 3 marks. So 30 marks of MCQ and 50 marks of coding problems. Coding problems, two problems, medium and hard. So I will be guiding you that how you can practice for these coding problems, what kind of topics are important, and how you can keep a strategy that can give you the best score out of 80. Okay, so now talking about, first of all, let me put some highlight on what kind of topics do you need to cover for the MCQ part. Okay, so for the MCQ, here, if you scroll down on this main page of this hackathon, you will be redirected to 3 to 4 links at the end of this entire article. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and Module 4. So the MCQs will be around these 4 modules. So you can watch the video lectures which are provided according to this module on the contest page. Okay, so all the MCQs will be from these 4 modules. And talking about the coding part, I'll give you an idea what topics are very much important, and we'll try to figure out some strategy so that everyone can pass the assessment examination. Okay, and one more thing, how can you join this assessment examination? So the assessment examination is going to be on 25th of January, 11 a.m. in the morning till 11:59 p.m. in the night. Okay, so the assessment examination can be given during this time period, and you have to visit this home page of this hackathon, and over here, instead of registration ended, there will be a button of apply for assessment over here, so you can join the assessment from this page itself. Okay, so this is how you are going to join the assessment examination. Okay, so I hope everyone is qualified for the assessment, the first assessment examination, and I want the people to participate as much as possible and learn as much as possible from this hackathon. And have you paid attention to the prizes that you are getting by this hackathon? So if you pay attention to the prizes that this hackathon will be providing, is winners, the group A and group B will be getting an Apple iPad for each team member, and that's quite a good gift you can get from an hackathon, right? and runners up group A and group B will be getting an German smartwatch, and shortlisted teams will be getting the ServiceNow merchandise worth 3,000 of rupees, and top students or participants will get an opportunity to be interviewed by ServiceNow. Okay, so these are the prices. So the prices are very exciting. And okay, so the eligibility criteria and this all things is already discussed. So now if you are getting an assessment link, how can we prepare and what should be the contest strategy for solving the coding problems? I have given you an idea about the so-called MCQs. Now let's put some highlight on how we can solve the coding problems in this in this assessment examination. So what I am going to do basically, I will give you a generalized idea that if you are applying for any of the online assessment, let's say going to any company and the first round is of online assessment, then how you should be giving all the contest. If it is of competitive programming, doesn't matter, you can follow the same strategy that I will tell you. If it is an online assessment, if it is an assessment of any hackathon, so I'll give you a generalized idea. Okay. And does the start time or the, let's say Khushbu is having some doubt. Khushbu is saying that does the start time or the uh, time taken to solve the problems are also taken into consideration? So no, the window will be of 90 minutes. Okay, so this is not going to be considered for now. So Aditi is saying, sir, once we join the assessment, what will be the duration given us to attempt in it? So the duration of the contest is going to be of 90 minutes. You have to attempt the entire assessment in 90 minutes. Okay. Okay, so I am very much clear about what will be asked in the first assessment. And now best of luck for the assessment examination. But now let's see what will be the strategy. So I'll just share one of my screen and I'll give you an generalized strategy which can be applied everywhere in all the assessments, or let's say in all the coding or competitive programming contest. Okay, so let's put some highlights on what kind of topics are very much important. So guys, those of you who have attended my previous session, in the previous session I gave you an idea about what is DSA made up of. DSA is divided into two parts, part A and part B, right? So let's put some highlight on what was included in the part A and part B. So this was what we discussed in the previous session. So I said that what you should be studying in DSA. In order to ace the DSA rounds, you should be having well-versed experience with problem solving on part 1 and part 2 data structures. So the important topics that will be considered in the assessment test includes all the topics from part B. There will be some questions on graph, there will be some questions on binary trees, heap, dynamic programming, greedy, try, and arrays as well. And analysis of algorithm will always be there because you need to think about the time complexity. Then you can have questions on string data structures as well. So this is going to be the topics that will be expected in the assessment round for coding problems. Am I making clear to everyone? Can I know yes or no in the chat box, guys? Is it making sense? Okay, so now simultaneously I'll take some doubts also. So sir, can we join or apply the assessment at only at any time between 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.? Yes, you can apply during this window and you will get 90 minutes. How will we know if we are qualified for the first assessment, sir? So you can get an idea if you are qualified or not. You are going to receive a mail, and on the page of this registration page, you will get an option to apply for assessment. So you will be getting a mail, as well as the button of applying for assessment will be active on the page itself. Can we join? Okay, so that's replied, sir. Can we apply? Okay. Okay, so I think everyone is getting an idea what topics they need to cover. So guys, you don't have enough amount of time, so start practicing all the topics which are very weak from your side. and try to solve the standard problems. Okay, so this is about contest strategies, right? Okay, so I'll give you an idea about what strategy should you follow. Okay, so the topics that you can expect is dynamic programming, you can expect graphs, you can expect binary trees, you can expect questions from arrays, then you will be needing some knowledge of analysis of algorithm, then strings. So basically it includes everything that was in our part B. So what is part B and how to prepare for part B? I have made a separate session for this. So you can go and watch my previous session for part B and part A. What is part A and part B? To get an idea about the topics. So now let's say how many questions are we going to have? Let's say we have n number of questions. Okay. So I am telling you a generalized strategy which can be applied on all the different kinds of contests. Now let's say there are n different questions available in the contest or online assessment on which you are going to give some examination. Okay, so if I take an example of tomorrow's assessment, we'll be having question number 1 and there will be second question number 2. So the difficulty level will be medium for this one and this will be from medium to hard. Okay, so this is going to be the two different questions and according to this will be the difficulty level. Now let's talk about how we can prepare and what should be our strategy. So now first of all, I would like to guide you that whenever you see there are multiple questions in the examination, don't get stuck on a first problem statement. Okay, if you are reading the first problem, don't just keep on trying to figure out the solution of first problem and don't just waste your entire time on resolving a particular question. So I would say first of all, go with the problem statement of both the questions. As we have limited number of questions, you can try out for few of the first questions, question 1 or question 2. Okay, and then what you can do, you can select the comfortable area. That means if you are comfortable with the topic which is asked in hard question, then you can go with hard question as well. If you are interested in this question 1 and the topic is very much comfortable, let's say the question is on graphs, then you should go with the comfortable one first and then try out the second one. Okay, sir, I gave the mock test. There was trying to there was giving compilation error. So compilation error might be due to the mistake that you might have made in your coding problem, okay, or the implementation that might have that might have been wrong from your side. Okay, so coming back to the other strategies, what are the other strategies? So this is all about the contest that is going to happen 25th, the first assessment test. Now let's talk about the general strategy for CP people. Those of you are going to go into competitive programming and apply for different contests, then what should be the strategy for all of you? So let's say, first of all, you start with beginner contest. So in beginners contest, you will be having, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 different questions. So they will be rated according to the difficulty level. Let's say this is easy question, this is easy to medium question, this is medium, and this is medium to hard. For beginner, this is the difficulty that you can expect. Now what you should be focusing on according to the difficulty level, try the first question. Okay, and if you're able to solve it, then that's really fine. Now try to jump on the second question. And now let's say after solving and giving some attention to the first two question, the time of the contest is over, right? So now what you should be doing, let's say you were not able to solve this second question. If you are not able to solve the second question, then after the contest, read about the solutions that other people might have given for this question and have a look at the editorials. What is the preferred solution by the problem author? Have a look at the editorial. So what will happen when you do this kind of thing? You will get to know about new topics that you don't have experience about. Now, if you get to know about some new topic which is very new to you, now how to master this topic? Try to search for this on whatever platform you are giving the contest on. Try to filter the questions based upon this topic and try to practice 5 to 6 questions on this topic itself. So whenever you come to the contest, whenever a next contest is given by you, at that time you will be aware about this topic, and let's say luckily there was a question on this topic, then there are high chances that you are going to solve this question. Okay, so now there is some recursive idea that you should be following in each and every contest. So if you are able to solve one question, try to solve second or two questions at the same time. Now if you are able to solve two questions, try to upskill yourself, try to get the third question solved. So in that manner you will be able to level up in your competitive programming journey. Okay, so if you see the graph of the development, there are so many hiccups in this graph of development, right? So there will be some inclined, then you will be some of the contest might be very difficult for you, so there will be some changes in the rating, your rating might get decreased down, then again for an easy contest. So in this manner you can see you are falling, but you are in simultaneously. If we observe from bird's viewpoint, then you can see that you are basically increasing, right? You are developing, you are upskilling yourself. So this is the life cycle of a competitive programmer. So this is how you will grow. There will be some downfalls as well, and then you try and give more contests, you will be able to recover all the downfalls. So this is how you should be practicing the contest of competitive programming or any DSA contest which you are giving daily. So try to keep a habit of getting used to do all kind of contest. Okay, so I hope this is making sense to everyone. Can I get a yes or no for this thing? Can I get a yes or no, guys? What is segmentation error? So null pointer exception is saying what is segmentation error in GFG? I always get that when I try to code in Java. So generally when you try to code in Java, at that time you don't get segmentation error. This error can be found when you do it in C++, right? So in Java you might get some error, or let's say null pointer exception or some kind of exception. So this is segmentation error. In generally it means that you are trying to access some memory which is not allowed to be accessed. So this is what it means by segmentation error, trying to access some memory which is not allowed. Okay, so simultaneously guys, whatever doubts you are having, you can put down in the chat box. And one more thing, that if you are really enjoying this kind of sessions, then do hit the like button and share down your views in the comment section below as well. Okay, so keep on liking this video session, guys. MCQ from module. Yes, real life, you will get the MCQs from the module. Okay, so there is one chat, how to practice previous concepts along with the current topics. Okay, so you are saying that how can we practice the previous concepts along with the current topics? Okay, so I guess you are trying to say that how can I do, let's say, parallel, how can I parallelly learn two different topics, right? So yes, absolutely you can do that. Try to select some topic which is already studied by you, okay, and try to select a new topic which is completely new to you. So in that manner you will be able to get an idea about something new, and you will be brushing up your previous topics as well. Where do we have to take the mock test? Okay, so you can I think the mock test will be there on the dashboard itself. Visit the page over there. I guess you will get an idea about the mock test as well. So now tell me, guys, after attending my previous class, how many of you have thought of a roadmap that sir has told me, guided me that this is the roadmap that I should be following? So how many of you have thought about a roadmap that I will be conquering the DSO topics in this manner? I have kept a target of 50 days, or let's say 3 months, 2 months, 7 months, 6 months. So how many of you have started working on this thing? Let's try to see Are you going to stand out of the crowd, or are you going to be in the crowd? Okay, because I have given you all the ideas, I have given you all the strategies, I have given you DSA mantra. And those of you who are visiting this session for the first time, I have given a DSA mantra that if you know the DSA mantra, then I can guarantee that any topic will be very easy for you. You can do all the topics. So do you guys remember the DSA mantra which I discussed in the previous session? Okay, so I can see yes in the chat box. Real life, yes. Aditi, she is saying yes. Okay, so if you don't know what is DSM mantra, I would suggest you to visit the previous session of mine, and in that search and scroll down, or let's say slide the bar, and try to find out what is the DSM mantra that I'm referring to right now. Okay, so let's come back to some of the other things that we should be. Okay, so secret one. So the session link of previous video will be there on the dashboard itself. Okay, so there will be a playlist on Geeks for Geeks, and in that playlist all the sessions will be there. So by far we have gone through 3 sessions, and this is the 4th session. Okay, so if you are interested into visiting the first 2 sessions, then you can go over there and go and see in the playlist of Geeks for Geeks channel. Okay, so coming back to the some important things that we should keep in mind. Okay, so what kind of topics we should be mastering in? Okay, so I would say that all the topics that are in part B. So binary trees, you should be very well versed with binary trees, because nowadays company are expecting questions, or you will expect questions from this kind of topics very easily. So binary tree is very important. You can go with graph data structure. Okay, this is one of the other important topic. Then you should be focusing on dynamic programming. So dynamic programming is considered by all the students that this is very difficult to understand. The dynamic programming solution, I cannot code it down. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं होता कि dynamic programming इतना difficult है. अगर if you want to master dynamic programming, then what you should be good at, you should be good at recursion. Okay, so I told you that there is something that is connecting the topics of part 1 with part 2, right? So that was recursion and backtracking. So if you want to good at dynamic programming, then your recursion and backtracking should be very well versed and very well practiced. Okay, so now talking about the other topics. So the other topics which will be important is bit manipulation. Okay, so bit manipulation is one of the important strategy that can effectively optimize your code, effectively optimize your problem solving, because you directly work on bits, and we know that every number is stored as a 0 or 1 combination, right? It is stored by representing the number in bits. So bit manipulation is the important strategy. Now apart from that, what else can we expect? We can expect dynamic programming on trees as well. We can expect questions from arrays. We can expect questions from strings. You can have some questions in which you need to apply these sorting techniques. Means sorting techniques, and then you go and search using binary search or something like that. Okay, so these are some of the important topics which should be done. Apart from that, what all important topics are there? So that is your part 1 and part 2. Now talking about tomorrow's contest. So these are some of the important topics you can expect in tomorrow's contest. Okay, binary trees, graph, DP, bit manipulation, DP on trees, arrays, strings, sorting techniques like binary search. After applying sorting, you can apply binary search, right? So these are some of the things that you can expect in the next session. I mean, in the assessment test. Can we get MCQs on coding questions or not? Okay, so if I'm okay. can we get MCQs on coding questions or not? So for MCQs, you will be given 4 modules on the dashboard. Okay, so once again, where can you get an idea about all the so-called MCQs? So here are 4 modules which are mentioned on this page. So these are 4 modules from which you can expect the MCQs. Okay, so guys, if you have any kind of doubts in whatsoever I have discussed so far in any of the topics, if you are concerned about anything, then please do ask in the chat box. So null pointer exception is having a confusion about is order of n square. I got TLE when I tried one question in sorting while merge sort was working. Okay, so quick sort is giving you TLE and merge sort is working. So there is a basic thing that we should be aware about, that what is the worst case time complexity of quick sort. I mean, what kind of test cases will give you worst case, and what kind of test cases can give you the worst case of merge sort. So depending upon that, you should be analyzing that should I use quick sort or should I go with merge sort. Okay, so can we get MCQs on coding question? Where is that link? So registration link, I guess you guys know where to register, right? So the registration link, it will be available in the registration link. Sir, can you, Aditya Singh, can you tell once again where we can take the mock test? So I guess the mock test will be there on the registration page itself. The page that you have used to register, over there itself, I guess the mock test will be available. Okay, so any other doubts, guys? The level of coding questions will be lead code medium or hard. Okay, so I would say I would not target any of the platform. So I would say it would be from medium to hard. Now, what does it mean by medium to hard? So I've told you in part B, we have some of the questions, or let's say some of the topics in part B. So part B is generally considered to be medium to hard level of difficulty, and some of the questions from part A, like arrays analysis of algorithm, which is very basic, sorting algorithm, searching algorithm, can be expected in tomorrow's assessment test. So guys, let's see in the audience how many of competitive programmers are there and how many of you are preparing for placements. Can I know about the audience? Like how many of you are targeting competitive programming, and how many of you are uh, preparing your DSA for a good placement? Okay, so I can see real life. Priya Dashni is saying that the mock test is not available. Okay. Okay, so Priyadashni, I just confirmed right now. So those of you are talking about the mock test. So mock test was there in the previous week. So it is ended. So it is not open right now. Okay, so the mock test is already done. So there was a fixed time slot for the mock test, which was the link and the details were given to you on the Telegram channel. Okay, so for the mock test, now you cannot apply for the mock test. It is already conducted previously. So it won't be available on the registration page. It has already ended. The mock test is already ended. Okay, so I was asking about how many of you are going for placements and how many of you are going for competitive programming. Still, I am not create the team. Okay, so if you have not created the team, then I guess I would say that you won't be able to participate if you don't have any team. Okay, but register yourself. Let's hope that you get shortlisted and you can participate individually, but I don't think so that would be possible. Audio is muted. Now I guess my audio is back. So everyone is saying DSA placement. Okay, so Sakshi is saying that DSA placement plus competitive programming. Okay, then gate aspirant is saying competitive programming. Are gate aspirant, you are doing competitive programming as well as gate as well. Okay. Okay, secret one is doing placement. So guys, those of you are focusing on competitive programming, I have given you an idea about how to apply for contest in today's session. And to build a foundation of competitive programming or placements, I have given you an idea about how to study DSA, what to study in the DSA in the previous session. So all both the sessions are connected. Get an idea about what and how to do in DSA from the previous session and what are the contest strategies I have just discussed few minutes back. So you can go and watch the idea about how to give the contest of competitive programming, online assessment, or let's say assessment tests like this hackathons. Okay. Okay, so gate aspirant has I guess gate aspirant has read the prize prize money which is given over here. So now he is going to give only competitive programming. Is it so? Just kidding. Sir, have question apart from contest? Yes, guys, you can ask your questions related to any kind of development, any kind of internships, assessment test, or anything in the chat box. I am here for a few more minutes. So this is a Q&A part that we will be doing right now. So okay, and yes, absolutely. Uh, So those of you are preparing for competitive examinations. So guys, here is my personal suggestion for everyone. So try to, along with competitive examinations, whatever preparation you are doing for competitive examination, along with that, try to apply for placements. Okay, because after 4 years, if you don't have any placements, then trust me, there would be little bit of, let's say, uh, burden on yourself that I don't have any placements and my friends are already in good companies. They are earning right now, and I don't have placement, and I'm not still able to crack the competitive examination as well. So try to keep your leg on both the sides of the right. Sir, I need info about Gate. So, Sakshi, if you need any information about Gate, so right now there is a Gate batch that has started at Geeks for Geeks, and you can visit about the Gate, what kind of topics will be there. So there will be many sessions that have been conducted on Gate. So you can go over YouTube and get an idea about what can you expect, what after Gate and everything. But if you're looking forward to study it properly, study each and every day consistently, and this is your final goal, then you can go and enroll in some of the courses provided uh, by Geeks for Geeks as well. They have a course on Gate as well as Gate with placement preparation. Okay, so okay, no worries if you are a diploma student. So diploma student, I don't think you can directly apply in Gate. So you at least need to be BTech. If I am wrong, please correct me. Are there any internship opportunities in ServiceNow? So secret one, there was it was mentioned on the page of ServiceNow. In prizes, there are opportunities that a participant will be getting to be interviewed by ServiceNow. सर कल जो कंपटीशन होने वाला है उसमें कौन से लैंग्वेज से कोडिंग पूछा जाएगा? सो कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस आप अलग अलग लैंग्वेज में कर सकते हो. C++, लेट्स वेरीफाई दैट कौन कौन सी कोडिंग लैंग्वेजेस आपको वहाँ पे वैलिड मानी जाएगी। तो मेरे ख्याल से 3 कोडिंग लैंग्वेजेस तो होगी ही होगी, C++, फिर आपका जावा, फिर आपका पाइथन। ठीक है, तो वो सारी चीजें तो आपको मिलेगी ही मिलेगी। सर MCQ किस टाइप के होंगे? सो अश्मिता, मैंने अभी बताया कि भाई आपके जो डैशबोर्ड पे लिंक है उस पे मॉड्यूल 1 2 3 4 है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपके MCQs बनेंगे। एंड वन मोर थिंग, अभी और एक चीज है, that is key, the MCQs. ठीक है, in the MCQs there are 10 MCQs and each and every MCQ will be of 3 marks. So there is a negative marking in the contest, only MCQs. For each correct or let's say incorrect answer, for each incorrect answer 1 mark will be deducted. So try to give the MCQs properly. If you are very much sure about the answer, then and only then write down the MCQs. Okay, I repeat again, there is going to be a negative marking on the MCQs as well. सर डिग्री के बाद में गेट में अप्लाई करें ना? सो मैं कहूँगा साक्षी, आप यू कैन स्टार्ट एज सुन एज पॉसिबल, बिकॉज गेट कोई लोग 2 साल से कर रहे होते हैं, सम ऑफ देम माइट बी डूइंग फ्रॉम 1 year, राइट? तो दैट मीन्स it depends upon individual ki how in what amount of time you will be able to complete the syllabus. Okay, so you can start as soon as possible, whichever subjects are aligned with your college curriculum and all the same subjects, if they are in the gate examination, then you can put more effort on all those subjects which are common in your college as well as gate. ठीक है, सो स्कारलेट, आई डोंट थिंक देयर वुड बी अ प्रॉब्लम अगर कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस आप अलग अलग लैंग्वेज से कर रहे हो तो। ओके, ठीक है, सो आई हैव रिप्लाइड ऑल द डाउट्स. सो लास्ट few minutes, if you have any doubts, I'm again asking you, you can ask the doubts related to contest, anything in the chat box. And if your doubts are cleared, write down yes in the chat box and do it the like button, guys, and write down your views in the comment section if you are really enjoying this session. Please click the hit button and write down in the comment section if you are really enjoying this session. Okay, sir, I'm just a DSA beginner. Tomorrow's test seems hard. Okay, Aditi, so there will be times where you might feel that I am yet not ready for applying to a test or applying for an interview. But that doesn't mean that an interview or a test will not make, or let's say give you some experience. So try to apply, try to give your best. Don't worry about the result. Okay, so that's what we have been hearing and that's what we should be doing. Try to get experiences. Okay, it doesn't mean that always, if a person lives food, if a person loves football, right, it doesn't mean that he has to become Ronaldo. He can play for his fun as well, for getting good experience. So that's how like hackathons and all these mock interviews and all those things happen. It gives you experience. So try to apply. Doesn't worry about the difficulty level. Don't need to worry about difficulty level. Okay, so Sakshi has liked the live. Thank you very much, everyone. Those of you are hitting the like button. So let's keep a target of 200 likes in this video, and I guess you guys will be supporting me. Let's keep a target of 200 likes in this video, guys. Okay, so one by one, I have so many doubts. Let's go with the doubts. Himanshu Gupta is saying, "Sir, tell about something." Okay, so Himanshu Gupta is saying, "Sir, tell about something." DSA to development upcoming course. So have you enrolled in upcoming DSA development course? Hello, sir. Is app development dead now? So I don't think app development is dead. So as far as you have mobile phones, I don't think app development will be dead. How much percentage of participants will be eliminated? So I think those of you who might not be able to make a team will be eliminated. So there needs to be a team of 3 people. So I think that would be the criteria. Sir, I'm a specialist on Codeforces and 4-star on CodeChef. Is it enough to crack coding round? Okay, so I would like to put some lights upon, if you are very much good at competitive programming, is it equivalent to cracking any product based companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft? So, no, that is not equivalent to cracking Google, Amazon, Microsoft. Because in a competitive programming contest, you are applying a contest as a competitive programmer, you are applying as a sports person. Now what companies are hiring software developers. So if you replicate the same sports person nature, or let's say sports person behavior in a software development interview, then absolutely you are going to get rejected. Okay, so now you should change your mind, you should change how you are thinking towards a problem, and when you give a software development interview, think from a software development point of view. Now how to think from a software development point of view? You need to keep an idea about being descriptive about your thought process, tell what is going in your mind, speak out loud while thinking, and write down code that makes sense, write down functions. So in that manner, if you apply this strategy in the interview, then this will be helpful to you. I hope it is making sense. Scarlett, I'm sorry if I missed. So how much percentage is the last I can observe is the message that you have written in the chat box. So I told you how much percentage. So I am not sure about the percentage, but I can give you an idea about those of you who are not able to make a team might not be selected. Okay, so Gate Aspirant is saying, sir, I have purchased DSA self-paced batch recently and I am doing DSA from this batch. Okay, that's really great. And I hope your experience is going good so far. Okay, if you have any kind of difficulties, guys, you can connect me over LinkedIn as well. How much aptitude is needed for placements? So, Pushan, I would say that nowadays aptitudes are asked by very few companies, and if they are asked by very good renowned companies, then you need to be good at some mathematical, or let's say some topics of aptitude. Okay, so service based companies will be asking you questions on aptitude, and some very good companies, okay, they might ask you some aptitude, which is trending course in market. So there is no such thing like trending course, because there are so many fields in computer science. So whichever has highest hiring or whichever is famous in that era will be trending. So nowadays I can see AI, ML, data science, data analyst, Java backend development, DS is quite famous. So these are some of the things that everyone is upskilling in. Sir, how much should we score for clearing the first round? So I guess the cutoff will be decided after the end of the uh, so-called contest based upon overall marking. Okay, so that the cutoff will be decided in that manner. And one more thing, those of you are thinking that I will copy in this assessment test, this is going to be uh, there will be analysis of what you are doing on your system while giving the examination. So this is a proctored contest, where there will be video monitored by the system, and you will be monitored throughout the entire 90 minutes of this assessment test. Okay, so you will not be able to cheat in this assessment test. Okay, so Aditi, to get an idea about what kind of questions are asked in ServiceNow, so there is an archive of ServiceNow on Geeks for Geeks platform. So you can go and have a look at the interview experiences. So in that you will get to know about the type of questions that you can ask. Okay, so once again, guys, if you are really enjoying this session, then do hit the like button and share down your views in the comment section. If you are really enjoying the video, write down in the comment section and do hit the like button as well. Okay, so Gate Aspirant is saying, I have recently enrolled in GFG DSO self-paced batch. Now I want to give weekly coding contest. How can I start? So I would say try to complete part A of DSA. I would say have a good grasp at arrays, linked list, stacks, queues, and analysis of algorithms, strings, binary search and sorting, and after that you are good to apply for weekly coding contest. If you have done 50% of these topics which I mentioned so far, then also you can go and apply over the first question of weekly coding contest. At least you can start solving the first question. Okay, so guys, I can see there are not many likes on this video, so I am expecting 200 likes in this video. Let's keep a target and let's see if we are able to achieve or not, guys. Do hit the like button, guys. Okay, Ashmita is saying weekly contest किस प्लेटफॉर्म से करने चाहिए, कौन से प्लेटफॉर्म से स्टार्ट करें? आई वुड से कोई भी प्लेटफॉर्म से शुरू करो. यू कैन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम एनी प्लेटफॉर्म and try to participate in beginners contest. Don't directly jump to the difficult contest. ठीक है? Okay, so guys, once again, so the assessment test is going to be on 25th of January from 11 a.m. in the morning till 11:59 p.m. in the evening. So during this window, you can apply the assessment test, and the assessment test is going to be of 90 minutes. There will be two sections, one coding section and one MCQ. There would be 10 MCQs and two coding problems. The overall test is going to be of 80 marks, fine, and there would be negative marking on any incorrect MCQ only. There would be no negative marking on the coding problems that you submit. Okay. And what about the important topics? I have listed down all the important topics, so you can go to the previous few minutes of this session and get to know about what topics you should be covering. Sir, I have recently enrolled in GFC. Now I want to give. Okay, so I have already given the response. Gate aspirant. Sir, is it mandatory to do CP to get into PBCs, or DSA course of GFG is enough? Okay, so competitive programming teaches you how to handle pressure, how to handle time limit. So it mentally helps you to think quickly. So yes, I would say you can start giving basic competitive programming contest. So that would be a plus point. You will be able to handle and manage the pressure as well. Weekly contest किस platform से करें? Ashmita, I already told you, कोई भी platform से कर सकते हो. You can start for now with Geeks for Geeks weekly coding contest, जिसके सारे sessions के video editorials available रहते हैं. Weekly coding contest of Geeks for Geeks. So is it mandatory to do CP? Okay, so I have replied all the doubts. So that was it, guys. And best of luck to all the participants who will get shortlisted for the assessment. And do your best. Try to do the coding problems according to the strategy that I have given you. Okay. And thank you, Aditi. If you guys have really enjoyed the session, I'm very happy. And do hit the like button, guys, again. And write down the comments in the comment section as well if you have really enjoyed both the sessions. And I hope whatever strategies, whatever roadmap I have given you will be helpful to you. Try to stick with the roadmap. Okay. And that was it, guys. Best of luck and keep on striving, keep on fighting, keep on putting your efforts until you reach and achieve your goal. Best wishes to all the participants. Thank you, everyone. It was nice interacting with you. And if you want to connect with me, then you can search my name on LinkedIn, Jay Dalsania, and you can connect me over there as well. And stay tuned. Keep on upskilling, guys. There is a right time for everything, and you just need to wait for the right time. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye, guys.